Okay guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Michelle and I'm a first-time mom, and now my baby is 1 year old and you don't know how time flies. It's crazy. But yes, I've been filming videos with my husband of our daily life as parents, and today's video is going to be must-haves for a baby who is 6 months to 9 months, because we already made one for 0 to 3 months. So let's start. To start with, when they turn like 5 months old, there should be a transition. You can't swaddle them anymore. If you were swaddling them, this is the time to stop doing that because of the hips. That's what the pediatrician told me. However, my baby, very hard for him to sleep, so I really needed something to make him fall asleep, and the swaddle was helping a lot. So I was very scared during this transition. I didn't know what to do. I bought some sacks and none of them were helping until I found this one that I really like it. And as you can see, my channel is very small, so I am not getting paid for saying this, but the weighted swaddle that I would recommend is not a swaddle, actually it's a sack. It's called Dreamland. This one really helped us, and especially for babies who don't sleep well, who move a lot, like my baby, this is a must-have in my opinion. This brand worked well for me, and it was created by a mom, and I can guarantee that your baby is going to sleep better. So they have 0 to 6 months, and they have another one 6 till 12, and that one is the one that we were using. And now that he turned 12 months old, we actually bought another sack because it really helps. The second thing you should have is a high chair. When they turn 6 months, you are able to start giving them some food. So it depends which way you want to go. In my case, I started with solids because I started doing baby-led weaning. But if you want to just start with purees or whatever works best for you, baby food, whatever your pediatrician told you, still they will need to start eating, so you will need a high chair. In my opinion, one of the best chairs that you can get if you are going to do baby-led weaning is the Stoke Trip Trap. I think that's the pronunciation, but I will leave here the name. However, the disadvantage of this chair is the price. So in my case, what we did is buy another one called Avi, and I don't have any complaints about this chair. It's half of the price of the Stoke Trip Trap, and it worked well for me and my baby. If you want, I can do a review of that chair. The only disadvantage of that high chair, in my opinion, is that the footrest, you are able to adjust the footrest. However, it doesn't have many ways to adjust it. Like, there are no different measures like the other one. So it could be like, depending on the size of your baby, how tall the baby is, it could be that it won't be as well adjusted as I've heard like the Stoke chair does, that it has a lot of settings, so you will definitely get the height of your baby. In my case, there was at one point that the foot resting was not the right size for my baby, but that was like only for 1 month, and he was still doing well in that chair, so I think that chair was worth it. But you can do your research, and something I would recommend in a high chair is that it has a footrest that is easy to clean, because it's going to be messy, and that is like comfortable for your baby, because you need them to be happy so they can start exploring their food. And the third thing you will need, now that they are going to start eating, is like plates. And I found some reviews in Amazon of a plate that I like. It has some divisions where you can put different type of food. For the baby, also is made of bamboo, and this specific plate doesn't get any smell and it can get stuck to the table. In that way your baby won't throw the plate because they will want to do that. However, you can stuck and it will get stuck on the table. And it's been a really good utensil that I bought for my baby. Another thing I would recommend you are some spoons. These spoons will be to start giving them some puree, some mashed, in my case I was giving them mashed potatoes. So it's good for them because it will help them knowing and having an idea on how to grab the spoon, and it's easy. It's like a training spoon. So I bought them from Amazon and I will really recommend those. Another thing with feeding is like the bibs that the baby will need to avoid getting their clothes all messy. This is about preferences. Like I've heard so many moms that they prefer having the baby without anything, so they don't spill in their clothes and they can explore, because it's very important for them to explore the food so you don't have to be worried about them getting messy. So I've heard those moms who prefer that, and I've heard other moms that prefer having like all the aprons that you can cover your baby completely. But in my case, I really like these bibs that I will put the picture here. Why? Because they are easy to clean. Sometimes with the apron, for me, it was like hard because I was giving my baby yogurt and he was spilling all over. So then I was washing it, of course, but I had to wait until it gets dry. I guess you can buy more, but no, I didn't like it. These ones were my favorite. It was because the food can get stuck there, and also you can wash it right away and it will get dry. So I've been using these ones with my baby and they have worked perfectly. These, I think, as I said before, is a preference, but these ones are the ones I would recommend you, and I got them at Target. Another thing you need to buy during the 6 and 9 months, this is an age that they are going to be exploring. They can move around more, and it's up to the baby. I've heard that some babies can start walking or like can start standing at 8 months. So they will be very curious, and you need to start child-proofing your house. The first thing I will recommend you is to cover all the outlets in your house, so you will have to get those. Also, for your tables and furniture, there are some protectors for the tables so they don't get hurt. Also, the lockers for the cabinets, because they are going to start opening and getting into things. So it's a good time to start child-proofing your house. Item that I will recommend you from 6 to 9 months. Of course, you should buy some toys that will help them in their development, but one of the most useful for me was the one that is called Sit to Stand Learning Walker, because they are starting to learn how to stand up on their own, but this walker helps them walking. And I went to my pediatrician. I had one pediatrician at first, and she was telling me that everything is going to happen naturally. But then when I changed another one that in my opinion was better than the first one, she encouraged me to buy this walker and that will help him. And actually it did, because he was able to stand on his own, but this walker helped him to walk faster, and it was a good way for him to play around and move around. He was really enjoying it. Another item I would recommend is like a toothbrush. Since they are starting to eat, you need to start brushing their teeth. Even though they don't have teeth, they have gums, you can start washing their gums. And I use the Frida toothbrush, and my baby started getting his teeth very quick, so I started using the toothbrush. But also there is like an item that you can use to brush their gums in case they don't have teeth. Another thing I would recommend you is a feeding feeder. Once they start eating, especially with baby led weaning, I realized my baby was getting the teeth very quick. And this, of course, causes a lot of pain, and they want to start biting everything. So I will recommend you to have either a toy that they can buy. There are some keys, I will leave you the picture here, that you can put in the freezer so they can chew that, and that will help them a lot. But also the feeders. These feeders you can put, what I was doing, it was yogurt, well, of course, like in my case that I introduced yogurt because I did baby led weaning, I was doing like yogurt with fruit, and I was putting that in the freezer, and it was like an ice cream for them to start sucking on that, and it was helping him with the teeth pain. But in the case that you don't want to do yogurt because your pediatrician doesn't allow you till later, you can do like ice, either like your breast milk, you can put in there, and they will be chewing that, and it will help them with the pain of the teeth. And finally, I will recommend you to keep reading to your babies, and you can use some books with special sounds or pictures that they will enjoy. Use the soft books because sometimes they can rip the pages, but with the soft books they like different textures, and that will help them too. So those were my essentials for 6 to 9 months. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing something, but I hope this video helps you, because I know when my baby was 6 to 9 months, I was trying to find what are the best tools to get, the best products to get during this time, and I feel like these will help you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Give me a like if you like the content, and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.